team and the Titans on EA Sports.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that's certainly... Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
On first down, Tannehill. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A huge play there right off the bat. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Good job, D. Good job.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 3 touchdowns on the ground, and then, Charles, he threw one in through the air for good measure.
Yeah, you know you have to account for him in all situations. I mean, we know he can run the heck out of the football. You just noted what he did. But how about him being able to get out of the backfield, catch it, and get into the end zone as well?
Henry again on 2nd down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but it really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Clay Brooks to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A huge play there for Washington. But hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the gun, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now, 4th and short, had your offense out there. That one stings.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you could pick up the cheap first down. Now, you still won't get a first down even if you do exactly the same thing.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And now hang tight here. Following the play, still down on the ground, is A.J. Brown. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, it's Henry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Tannehill. First down and much more here for Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill over the middle here to Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive spans 13 plays, and Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Clay Brooks to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Third and 2, Watson. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down throw, Watson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised him and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
It's complete to Brown, right side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll run for it with Akers. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the official.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Let's go. Let's go.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got it. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A first down carry for Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Well, another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Tannehill. He completes it to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. There he goes, right side. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead is up to 5. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The Titans on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. The catch is made by Dillon Mitchell. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Tannehill. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Oh, look at this. Down on the field still. That's Derrick Henry, the running back. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Come on, boys, come on.
They'll look to throw here. Jones has it. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Tannehill now to throw. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Let's go!
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tannehill on 1st down. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Here we go. 30!
Throwing again is Tannehill. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. On 1st down, Tannehill. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 2. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. And got his man complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. From the red zone now, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. Watson. Touchdown, Washington. Darrell Henderson as the first half is winding down. And Washington has once again taken the lead.
Let's go.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Slide for the PAT. And the lead is up to 5. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the visiting Cowboys who got the win on the road. Dak Prescott, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Kareem Hunt, take it over. 2 touchdowns thus far. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that one all even as they play the visiting Bucs. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. But meanwhile, for the Titans, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Clay Brooks to return it. And able to get this out to the 25. So here is Washington now to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position now more than ever is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Going right back to Akers. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Titan football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense back out there. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
Here we go.
A huge play there for Washington.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the give, this is Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 24. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Take that!
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Second down, they go again with Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 144 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Jones. From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options. And while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Watson got a man. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down with Akers.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the 50, it's Watson. Open man is Chase, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Watson on first down. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Titans' 17-yard line.
Watch the safety creep.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. From the 17, Watson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Watson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th down. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now a first down throw, Watson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this fourth quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And it's complete to Mitchell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Draw play. This is Henry. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Tannehill. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return will stop right around the 25. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. After the interception, here's Watson. Quick slant caught by Chase. And down inside the 15 he goes. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. Completes it to Fant on the right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Akers. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Cam Akers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, and this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had a victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, I could put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And that'll set them back 5. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's Tannehill. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go. Let's go.
Tannehill throwing again. It's caught. Mitchell. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And that is incomplete here. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run this with Akers. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer. Momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Tannehill. Looking sideline, incomplete. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Looking in zone for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And the Washington offense going back to work. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. On the handoff, it's Akers. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Man, that ain't making no sense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the ground, it's Akers. And he powers his way up past the 30. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on